as we are all getting access to the events commander, now it can be tested. And I'm going to be testing it on Sumner and Black. So with the events on, the reload is now 3.1. With Mordov is 2.7. HE shell damage with Mordov is 2374. With events 2114, it's like 260. Yet we got 10% return. Yeah, it's giving me the damage back through the saturation. And saturation happens a lot when you want to finish destroy, right? You're usually shooting the the front and the middle section, or the middle section and the back section, and it gets saturated. The saturations levels are 100% damage, 75 and 50. Is it? Hold on. It was unusual. Let's see. No saturation, of course, it's 100% of the damage. Then once it reaches 50%, once the destroyer that you are shooting at is starting getting below 50%, you are getting 50% damage. Is it true? Hold on. Oh, no. Once the saturation starts, you get 50% of the damage. Wow. I'm not sure if it works this way. So basically you get 100% damage only on your first hit. If this is true, that is pretty different thinking now. And then once it's fully saturated, then you get only 10% of the damage. I don't know how it works in World of Warships Legends. I don't think I've ever heard discussion about it. So this says that if you had 50% of the damage, you'll have 60. And when you are getting 10% of the damage, which kind of happens all the time, right? I'm noticing all the time, like, for example, Lucian, like 320 versus 380. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's not a big difference. So if you have a 10% damage, at what does it say? It says scaling with saturation level. So I don't know what scaling means, if it's like that I'm going to have 10% out of 10% or 10% out of the nominal value of the damage, which means that if the I think it's nominal value, because when it's fully saturated, which means that it's really black, the ship is really reaching its end, you get double damage. In this sense, you will have 20% instead of 10, and that's pretty OP. We don't know. So that's it. I think it's definitely, there is this new effect with this commander that I noticed. It started with the Linshi, and that's that when the destroyer you're shooting at with your destroyer is very low, it kind of like blips, like teleports. It's like you hit it, there is a little bit lag, like microsecond, then you finished and suddenly all the bar is completed black. And the destroyer like pops on your screen. There is this micro delay, and I think it's probably the addition calculation. What else would it be? It only started happening once I started using Lin Shi, and it's happening with this commander too. So that's it. This is pretty awesome because it basically gives you 5% damage because you always will be shooting bow, stern on destroyer. Almost always. So that's 5. This would be 10. But it's, yeah, and then you have another 10 once you are 50% down. Yeah, this will give you speed. I think it's good to have speed on Sumner's torpedoes because they are already. Why do I have 1.4? Hold on. Ah. Hmm. Oh, hold on. 300 meters. So 100 meters is 2.5 knots. 300 meters would be 7.5, and it gives me 17, so it's still better. Okay, good. So now the torpedo speed is 72. Pretty good. Torpedo damage is also increased. And I can switch it to Shinli, which will give me 5%. Linshi, I mean. Which would be 700, right? Yeah, 10% is 1,500, so it will be like 700 something. So I'll be having 1820. Hmm. But so you are getting the damage there, right? So if I look at it again, I have 119. Now this gives me it. We cannot check it because this is conditional. It doesn't show in the menu. All these three perks about damage increase are conditional. Conditional means that there is no condition because we are in a port to do the calculation against. So this is saying maximum damage is 10% to whatever it is. Yeah. So that should be. I don't. I think it should be nominal. So if I have 10%, that's 190. Then I have 5%, which is 80. That's 270. And then I have 10% of that, which is 190. But it's not 190 because it's about saturation. So for example, if I deal 10% damage, which is 190 at fully saturated destroyer, I'll be giving I'll be doing. Okay, let's look at 50%. So if when it starts taking the damage and I am having 10% with this, I should be having 10% plus 50%. Uh-huh. Which is 190. What? That's an extremely high increase. Because 190 plus 270 is 460. And 46, if it's, I'm not sure, like, how do I know? I'd need somebody from the design to tell me the fact. Like 460 on top of this. Oh, that's not that much. They didn't much. 460 plus, oh no, am I calculating correctly at 460? 190 plus 190 plus, how much was that? Was it, yeah, 10% off, oh, 5%, oh, I see. 95. 475, okay. 475 plus 2114 is 2589, which isn't the maximum damage possible for a destroyer in the game. Maximum destroyer damage is 2611, but it's pretty much the same, right? It's pretty close. So yeah, you'll reach maximum damage with Sumner with reload time 0.4 seconds more. And if I use Mordov, which gives me maximum damage only 2374, with Shinley, not Shinley, Linshi 5%, which is 95. See, it's less a little bit. It's I can have two calculators here. Okay, so 95 is 69. So it's 2469. So 120 damage more with Evans. Yet I have 0.4 seconds more time to reload. So in this sense, the Mordov seems to be better because zero point 0.4 out of 3.1 is 13%, yet 120 out of, oh my gosh, what was it? 2589 is 5%. So it's 5% more damage, yet 14% less reload. So you will still deal more damage with this with the Mordov. Yet you will still do good alpha damage. Sometimes even higher. Well, I wouldn't say sometimes even higher. Will I do more damage? Higher with this one. Only when I'm 50% down. Yeah. Mordov is still dealing more damage. Well, let's look at it with easier perspective. If I shoot 2.7 and I want to shoot 4 salvos, that's 11 seconds. In 11 seconds, I will shoot 2, 6. Hold on, am I? Let me check. 2374 times 4, 9,500 in 11 seconds. Now, if I have 10.8 seconds divided into 3.1, I can only shoot 3. Oh, let's make it into 2. So 2.7 times 3 is 8 seconds. 8 seconds divided by 3.1 is again half. Okay, 10.8 divided by 3.1 is only 3 salvos. So I will have 3 salvos, and the 3 salvos will be dealing damage. What was it? 2581? 2589 times 3 is 7,776, which is much less if you hit something, because you can have a bad aim. Hmm. But in the beginning of the match, you won't be having the 10% increase of the damage, and there will probably not going to be bonus. Yeah, no bonus damage through saturation either. And there isn't going to be. Yeah, and you'll probably not be shooting all the shells hitting bow or stern, because from the distance you'll be shooting all of the middle section of the destroyer. So you will not get all the shells with the bonus 5% damage either. Hmm. So I'm basically choosing Sumner to be having less speed on taking other destroyer down. In exchange for having more HP, because I'm having like 2000 more HP, 1400 more HP, faster torpedoes, 3 smokes, and doubled fire setting chance. That's kind of the exciting thing about this commander. I have a 10% fire setting chance on Sumner, and I have been testing it, and it sets fires like quickly, almost as fast as Provorny. So you have a 3 smokes, the Americans ones, that last 2 minutes, and you set everything on fire. So this has huge psychological implication, how much more valuable this ship can be. It's becoming great carry ship, because you can either choose to start setting everything on fire, having better torpedoes, and Sumner's torpedoes are just good. Quintuple. Or you have this perk about increasing the AP also. I don't know, 10% more AP damage is not really a big thing. An AP shell penetration multiplier, well, like, how much can we penetrate with these little guns? At point blank range, it's 267, which means you can probably improve, like, Dalian, the light cruisers, Pan Americans. Like 267 is enough to penetrate basically every light cruiser. Let's look at them. Cleveland. 127. So you can Citadel Cleveland. Of course Chapayev too. Well, nobody's playing Chapayev much. Let's choose 100, yeah. So what is it you're going to be facing? I don't think Shredder. Let's see. 100. Maybe even Shredder. I would like to test it. Definitely Sejong. People don't play Sejong. What do they play? Plymouth. Like Plymouth is going to be having bad time. Look at that. 114, surprisingly more than Chapayev. Probably Bagration too. I don't think you can get close to this. 180? No, that's the front. 75. Citadel deck. Citadel torpedo bulkhead 40. That's nothing, right? There is also combined this, which is... Oh, there's 152 here. Am I making mistakes? No. Oh yeah. So that's the spaced armor, right? This one doesn't have it. And the... I don't think Shredder... I don't think Shredder... Oh, Shredder does have it. Oh, 190. Okay, so that's 190 plus... 45. Okay, so not Shredder, of course. Thank you. Cleveland is nothing. Is having nothing. It's just this. So yeah, I think I have not tested it, but should work. Yeah, let's play it. Oh, it's pretty fun. I think Concealment is also a little bit better. 6.8? Yeah. 7.1 with Mordov. This is 6.8. And also I'm using RGA mode. RGA mode is this. Target Acquisition System mode. TAS. Tech mode. Mod. Tech mode.
Battle starts.
Let's go. So I would say the fire setting chance is pretty just amazing. And 3 smokes. Because basically I can pop the smoke anytime I feel I'm in a wrong situation or position. And I can stay there. And be there and actually do something. So we have a Loyang, Kizuki, Zom. One radar, which is the constellation. Oh, Santander, do you have this? Do you have this camo on it? Oh, I want to see what a Santander looks like without a camo. Because I wanna grind it. I was test. I've been testing the Dalian, Sejong, and the third one, Hector. It just doesn't feel like that the shells are doing any damage.
Smoke generator started.
Alright, it's not a good.
Enemy battlefield detected. Torpedoes dead ahead. Smoke screen set.
Oh no, don't take it from me, you retard.
Nice work.
That's okay. Now, what do we do with this thing? You don't have to do anything, we just hide. And if it wants to come to us, you'll use torpedoes. You see, the RGA mod will be spotting this thing all the time.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
I'm not engaging until the Blucher sonar finishes. I'm just will be backing towards the... Haha. You wanna hit me? I'm here intentionally so you can't.
Torpedoes to starboard.
It can be...
Engine boost
Now he's spotted,
deactivated.
see? That's like me having a sonar. Frustrated? Or is it Santander? Oh, it's Odin. Uh-oh, Odin. Move, 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 move. What is he hitting me? Oh my gosh, these? Hmm. I have to be hiding from this guy. Yeah, the Santander will finish him. Like, I'm very confident. I know these ships are doing pretty good. Yeah. Let's put an AP on. I'm still in the game. I can still farm HE, I can still torp things. I don't really need the... Thank you.
Much obliged.
There we go! Let's farm those 2 battleships there. The Constellation can have the radar finished. So I need to go towards the Santander and retreat from here. because they are pushing, so I'll be just increasing the distance. My symbol is activated, final stand.
Capture that area.
We do not need... Really? He's going to be doing some kind of... He's really going for me in order to get the radar on, I believe. So I need to get behind this island. Here we go. Hopefully he will turn and get those torpedoes at him. I'm not sure what is Constellation's radar range. It seems to be 9 kilometers. 9.5?
Engine boost
Yeah.
activated.
Oh, good, I'm safe. Oh, 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 oh. Good. I'm still in the game. Now, I have some unfinished business of Indiana. I don't think I can manage to cancel the cap. No. But I'm going to help against those two battleships there. Start shooting the Tirpitz over the island. Tirpitz is going to go from this direction. There's something new about how they calculate those. Covering myself from...
Torpedoes to starboard.
Can't see what I'm shooting, it's for guesses. Second fire. And now Indiana will be down. So let's get... Oh, what's the Yudachi doing there? Why you're sending torpedoes to Indiana having a
Engine
constellation
boost
behind you?
deactivated.
Okay. There we go. Uh-huh. Yudachi will get torn by constellation. What a design. My gosh, I keep forgetting. And again, I have unfinished business with constellation. Yeah. Suwo! Suwo! You cleaner! You're losing on points, and I have still destroyer to deal with. Ooh. And I also have two battleships to deal with. Okay, let's do it. I am not sure if they manage to... Yeah, I think this is still winnable. 5 minutes is not much time left, so I have to cap. So at least to get the point stressor.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh gosh. How's the Urachi doing? The Urachi got 0? Oh man, so much um work have. Oh, Akizuki forgot that it's completely third moving ship and got ripped by secondaries. Oh, oh. Ooh, how? How can you get so much smacked? From Suvo. From Bao. What? Because he's using accuracy commander. Maybe. Maybe that's why. Can we show the fire setting? Oh, it's accelerating. Here we go. Man, looking at the Suvo makes me want to play accuracy build. Well, I don't enjoy those torpedoes anyway. Yep. Goodies. Incoming. Oh, yes. Can we get, finally, Kane? As I said. Yoo-hoo! Universe and I are connected. I just feel it. Because once I feel the connection with the universe, I have no questioning, no anxiety. There is nothing associated as the effect fluctuating with what I say. It's basically the words that I'm saying have void that follows them. That's how it feels. Usually when I go like opening opening those crates, I'm like, okay, imagine what you want, what you really need. I say that I want something to pop, and then comes an after effect, and that's really, yeah, that's the reason for why it doesn't happen. All right, so we will be testing the cane today, which is amazing because I'm still on the verge of choosing whether I want the cane to have this skin, or if I use the Worcester dazzle cam on it. Okay, so that's the Sumner, and now later I'll be doing the black.